Hi everyone. I want to share with you guys a small testimony of how one of my biggest prayers in life was answered, but it just wasn't answered in the time that I thought it would be answered, because God's timing and our timing are totally two different things. So for the longest time, I was praying that I would help to bring someone to Christ. I felt that as a young person, sometimes, you don't know where you fit in church, and sometimes you kind of feel like I don't know what's my purpose. So I felt as though, I'm getting older and I'm at the point where I'm not going to church anymore because my parents go to church anymore. I don't worship God now because my parents worship God. I have that relationship with God because I want to have that relationship with Him. And so because I'm at this place now, I wanted to do that for someone else. So yeah, I was just having like this long prayer with God, asking Him that, I would help bring someone to Him. And so I had this friend, we were friends since secondary school, and then we met back up at UE. So we ended up doing the same degree, which is weird because what we wanted to study in secondary school was not what we studied at university. So for some reason, I guess S.O.A.R, brought us together. And during that time, before university, his father passed away. And I watched him all during university, like question God and just be really mad as anyone would, experiencing a loss. And so I used to tell him, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you, because I knew that deep down inside, he still wanted to serve God, but he was just going through that rough patch. So after completing our degree, me and my friend, we became closer than we were before. We went through a similar experience. So yes, we were close before, but we became even closer. And I remember one day, we were just, chilling, talking. He was like, I feel like I want to start going back to church. And I was like, okay, like this is so random. Like I wasn't expecting it. I said, okay, well, what we can do is start doing devotions together. So then I started doing the lesson study with him, or the adult one, because that's what I study at my church. So we began reading daily lesson study together. Then after a couple months of attending my church, he decided that he wanted to get baptized. So over the last weekend, I saw him get baptized, and it was such a wonderful experience. And during that moment, I realized that my prayer, the prayer that I had like 4 years ago when we started university, is the prayer that was being answered now. And what I also realized too is that I made it more about me than seeing someone being brought to Christ. In my head was like, I want to be the one to bring someone to Christ, and it was so focused on me that I forgot that in the process, it's a sinner being saved by grace. And it was a humbling experience because my prayer was being answered when I stopped zooming in on, me bringing someone to Christ. And not just that, but it's someone that I deeply care about. And I'm so happy to see that me as a young person is able to bring someone to, God, and for them to get a chance to see the pearly gates of heaven. Like I said, God's timing isn't always our timing. And sometimes we forget that. And I'm so happy and proud to see young people coming to God. And I'm really extremely happy, I should say, that God was able to answer my prayer, and not in the way I thought He would answer it, and not in the time I thought He would answer it, but He did. And He didn't just answer it, but He brought one of my closest friends to God in the process of it all.
The Devotional Connect SOAR Challenge, in collaboration with Let's Talk Bible. Stop overthinking and rise. #walking in answered prayer.